Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. Let's get right into it because the first topic is pretty exciting and it's all about Transformers. Transformers is back to the big screen. Wait, I think this is live action. But this is coming, well, this morning from Eric Davis and Fandango. Just in, the next Transformers film will be called Rise of the Beasts. Beast Wars, yes! New characters to include Predacons, Maximals, and Terracons. The film will be set in Brooklyn, New York. Circa 1994, Brooklyn, New York. Okay? Which is around when the Beast Wars toy line first debuted. Yes, Anthony Ramos and Dominique Fishback star. And yes, Peter Cullen will return to voice Optimus Prime in the film. Some other Transformers characters you will see in the film include Bumblebee, Kree, Mirage, Nightbird, Airraiser, Rhinox, and the film's central villain is Scourge. Also, Optimus Primal will appear too. Rise of the Beasts. So no Megatron in this one. Here, or maybe not yet. Here is the official treatment for Transformers Rise of the Beast right there. And this is the log line, the official log line for Transformers Rise of the Beast. Returning to the action and spectacle that first captured moviegoers around the world 14 years ago with the original Transformers. Transformers Rise of the Beast will take audiences on a 90s globe-trotting adventure and introduce the Maximals, Predacons, and Terracons to the existing battle on Earth between Autobots and Decepticons. Directed by Stephen Caple Jr. and starring Anthony Ramos and Dominique Fishback. The film arrives in theaters June 24th of 2022. That's next year. And yes, Michael Bay is not directing this one. Michael Bay didn't even directed the last one either, which was Bumblebee. Which, you know what? I like Michael Bay's films. I think it left off with Unicron and stuff like that. It was kind of exciting. Too bad they didn't continue with that. It made a lot of money. But obviously people wanted something different. They got Bumblebee, which to me, honestly, is the weakest of all the Transformers movie. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Throw me in the fire. I don't care. Is the least exciting movie out of all the Transformers. The only exciting part of Bumblebee was the beginning in Cybertron, all the action moments of Bumblebee, but other than that, I didn't care for it. I only watched it once and didn't want to watch it again. I have the other Transformers movie, but I'm looking forward to this one because this takes place, I think, after Bumblebee, which was in the 80s, and so now it's in the 90s, which, by the way, is like 30 years ago. Oh my god, I still remember driving a Honda Civic around in high school. But yeah, it's in the 90s, and they're going to be doing a lot of stuff in here. That's really interesting. Lots of Autobots, Decepticons. They're introducing Beast Wars into the mix. A live action Beast Wars. I wonder will he look like an actual gorilla and then... I mean, that's kind of interesting. So, I'm really looking for, hopefully, more action, more emphasis on the Transformers than the human element, but there's always going to be a human element, especially when they're going to take place in New York in 1994. So, there's definitely going to have like 90s stuff within here. So, will that work? I guess we'll have to wait and find out. But Transformers Rise of the Beast, exciting. I think I may even do a John Red Cetra on this later on. I want more of this. This is cool. All right. Well, let's get into some DC because that's pretty much all the big news that happened today. This screenshot actually comes from John Campia's video today, where he said that he has a source that gave him the news about Nightwing being canceled, and he knew that earlier on. This person reached out to him, said that Michael Keaton's role in the Flash movie, his role is at least as big as Sean Connery's was in the Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. It's that big. And to John, he was surprised by that. And I'm like, why are you surprised by that? Not to say he's wrong or anything, or he's like, I'm not surprised by that at all. I mean, seriously, they dropped this concept art of Michael Keaton as one of the first concept arts, along with, Flash's new costume, and they even said that Michael Keaton's Batman will be a pretty substantial role. So that doesn't surprise me at all. They want Michael Keaton's Batman to be a substantial role. He is on the scene right now. My question is not Michael Keaton's role. My question is Ben Affleck's role. How big a role does Ben Affleck has? Is it just a cameo? Is it just at the beginning or the end? How much is Ben Affleck's Batman is in this movie? And right now, he's still having fun with J-Lo. you know, over there, and he's not even on set filming yet. So I'm going to expect that he's not needed until later on, you know, although they shoot out of order, yes, but maybe he's like, if he figures, you know, you don't need me yet, I won't go it yet, you know. So I don't know how substantial is Ben Affleck. And so, yeah, so to me, Michael Keaton have a substantial role like Sean Connery's in the Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. That's not surprising, but if people wanted to get an idea of how big a role he could have, watch that movie, and then you'll see that how much. I mean, Sean Connery doesn't come in until maybe like a little. I think it's halfway through, or even before halfway through, something like that. But it's pretty big. It's bigger than, you know, most cameos and things like that. So, that is interesting. So that's Michael Keaton's Batman, and that's coming from, by the way, John Campea. So yeah. So, but yeah, like I said, I still want to know how big Ben Affleck's role is, and if Ben Affleck will continue. Hopefully, Daniel Rickman, who has heard that Ben Affleck will continue to have appearances as Bruce Wayne Batman after the Flash movie, makes me feel good. I'm very hopeful for that, and hopefully he's right. I mean, he's pretty legit in terms of scoopers. All right. Now we're getting to the Suicide Squad, because that honestly was the biggest thing that dropped today, with a lot of controversy over that movie. James Gunn put it on Instagram if anybody wanted to know if the Suicide Squad is before or after Birds of Prey, and James Gunn says after. So yeah, it's a sequel to Birds of Prey, which is obvious because she was with Joker in the last one, in Birds of Prey, and which continues off of the studio Suicide Squad, or Studio Squad, if you will. Because, you know, in David Ayer's Suicide Squad, I believe, you know, Deadshot gets together with Harley Quinn. So that doesn't happen here. So, you know, it's different. But so if anybody wanted to know, the Birds of Prey happens before the Suicide Squad, which I think we've talked about before. Now, there's a new poster for the Suicide Squad. They're dying to save the world. Angled shot. I like to say it's really nice, like the rain, like the look of it, and you do see star rolls all over the place, you know. So that's the starfish all over the place. So that's cool. You see them running toward the screen. Who will live and who will die? We won't know until we watch the movie, I guess. Heroes while supplies last. Don't miss James Gunn's The Suicide Squad in theaters and streaming exclusively on HBO Max, August 6th. It's coming from Viola Davis. Now, that's not the only thing that dropped. Like, today was an interesting day in terms of the Suicide Squad trailer. Trailer number 3. Trailer officially released by Warner Brothers following disastrous YouTube ad launch. Okay. And I said this was embarrassing. Not the trailer, but how they put it out. Because if you read the article, what happened was they leaked it out themselves. And had these YouTube accounts that popped up, and it was on YouTube ads and all this stuff. It launched on the YouTube ads, so people were looking into it, and then people were sharing and stuff like that. But they were getting copyright strikes. Copyright strikes back and forth. Was like, oh, what? Like, they literally did not make it available for, you know, for people, for them to share themselves. So their own leaking strategy didn't quite work. And it was they should have just put it out officially, and, you know, again, they finally did. Each cast member kind of shared the trailer, and then put a little spiel in the beginning. The one I did had not Joel Kinnaman. The one I did had Captain Boomerang on it, and which was interesting. I didn't get to see the other ones. I wonder what they said in the front, but the trailer to me is not the weakest trailer. I think the Red Band trailer is still the weakest trailer. Then comes this trailer. And then the trailer 2, I think, was the best trailer. Trailer 2. And that was the one, the Green Band one that James Gunn released after the Red Band one went out. So the Green Band one was much better, much put together. The music I liked better. The feel of it was better. Like all that. Then comes this one, then comes the Red Band trailer. So But other than that, their release strategy was interesting, and I don't think it worked out quite as well. I guess maybe they told them, don't copyright strike and take down videos because this is how we were supposed to release the trailer in a leaked like manner. And so that was pretty disastrous, and comicbookmovie.com got it right. So yeah, but like I said, a lot of things came out of that trailer that had a lot of discussion, and mostly for this one right here. In fact, Superman in the ICU was actually trending today because people kept talking about how this dude right here, Bloodsport, shot Superman. Now in my trailer, I intentionally put on the thumbnail Bloodshot because he was supposed to have been Deadshot. Will Smith wasn't available to shoot the Suicide Squad, so they got Idris Elba. And for a while, people were wondering if Idris Elba was going to take over Will Smith as Deadshot. They decided not to. They decided to keep Will Smith as Deadshot, and they were going to have him something else. But the story is that he has a relationship with his daughter, which is very similar to Deadshot. So they kept that storyline. They just changed the character to Bloodsport. And that's why I was kind of put on the thumbnail him in a fan art of Deadshot and called it Bloodshot because Deadshot, Bloodsport, But nobody got it. It just went over people's heads and they were like, you don't know your characters. That's from the Valiant comics. I don't know. Weird. But yeah, sarcasm doesn't work on the internet whatsoever. But anyway, so they were talking about Superman in the ICU, and he's in prison. We're putting him there. This one line controversy today. And for me, the criminal part of this one line is that it's just one line. You don't get to see it. You don't get to see Superman get shot. Henry Cavill doesn't show up, and they actually have a scene of this. At least I don't think so. But there's a story right after this that will solidify that there is no Henry Cavill cameo on this. But yeah, I mean, this one line that's there for like a second blew up the internet, which I don't quite understand. Other than people, Snyder fans are like, that's Henry Cavill Superman would not get shot and be put in the ICU. Well, I like to say this. Superman would definitely dodge a lot of... He can't dodge. He's faster than a speeding bullet. But because he's invulnerable, there's an overconfidence there, right? Because you're invulnerable, you're overconfident. You don't think anything can hit you. And he's been... Bullets were bouncing off all over the place, right? He could definitely catch the bullet, whatever. But sometimes when... It's a sign of showing strength. Like, there's nothing to scare me. Imagine a robber just shoots you and he just bounces off. You're like, okay, never mind, I'm done. Drop the gun, right? Sometimes you have to show that type of strength, right? And so, yeah, he probably didn't see the kryptonite bullet. Maybe the kryptonite bullet was in a lead casing bullet. Maybe the gun was made out of lead. I don't know, but... in James Gunn's story here, Superman got shot. Just like a lot of comics that are out right now, that Superman does get shot once in a while. There's a lot of people who shot him. Metallo shot him. Black Canary shot him. Bloodsport absolutely shot him. So it's canon to the comics, but that I have no problem with whatsoever. The only issue is like, man, we're going so dramatic over a 1 second line, and for me, I'm like, I wanted to actually see it, not just be a line. It's because I'm a Superman fan, and I wanted to see it. I just wanted to see that, but so unfortunately, there's no scene of that, and it just goes in one line, and it's not meant to make Superman like he's weak. The opposite, actually. It's to make Bloodsport look more dangerous to everybody around there. To the audience. They're like, holy crap. This dude shot Superman. He must be dangerous. He must be dangerous. So that's how I take it. And that's how all these people, whoever Amanda Waller's talking to, that's how she wants them to take it. Look, Why are we choosing this guy for a dangerous mission that heroes won't come? Because this dude took out Superman. So watch out. This dude he's able to take down Superman. And we need the best of the best. So that's what that line really is for. Unfortunately, it's not for, oh my God, we get to see Superman. But, people were asking James Gunn a question. Oh, actually, no, it was a trailer breakdown with IGN. So Screen Rant put out this article. Suicide Squad writer-director James Gunn says he doesn't know if Bloodsport shot Cavill's Superman or someone else. He says, I don't know which Superman it was because I don't cast the next Superman. So it could be Henry. It could be somebody else. So this, obviously another line that just kind of got people riled up and stuff like that. Let's go to what he actually said. Bloodsport is in prison for putting Superman in the ICU with a kryptonite bullet. Yes, the Suicide Squad is part of the DCEU, which is actually against what Toby Emmerich had said a year ago when he said the new Suicide Squad is a reboot. And they were like, wait, what? You sure? But anyway, the Suicides were part of the DCU, but I don't know which Superman it was because I don't cast the next Superman. So it could be Henry. It could be somebody else. It's whoever people decide upon other than me. What he's saying here is that he is not in charge of the next Superman. And obviously he couldn't get Superman in this movie. He couldn't get Henry Cavill in this movie. It was just a line in the movie to show Bloodsport is a dangerous villain enough to able to shoot Superman, right? He's not in charge of who Superman is. So he says, I don't know. Yeah, it could be Henry, whoever Superman you want it to be. That's what he's trying to say here. So don't look too much into it. However you feel about James Gunn or Suicide Squad or Snyderverse or anything, I'm just looking at the actual focusing on the things that are being said and explaining to you what it actually means. He's not in charge of Superman. Correct, he's not. He's not the rep for Henry Cavill. Correct, he's not. There is no actual appearance of Superman in this at all. So he doesn't know which Superman. If it's Henry Cavill, he's like, it's Henry Cavill. But he's not in charge of that. So don't ask me which Superman is in this because I didn't have Superman in this at all. So, which is bad. I really wish there was Superman in this. I wish Henry Cavill showed up as Superman as much as Ben Affleck showed up as Batman in the other Suicide Squad. As much as Ezra Miller showed up as Barry Allen, a.k.a. Flash, in the last Suicide Squad. So there goes my hopes that Superman actually does show up in this movie. That part is just a bummer for me. And that's personally for me. It doesn't mean the movie's bad, the trailer's bad. The trailer 2 was amazing. I love trailer 2. The trailer 2 was great. And I'm definitely going to watch this. So I can give you my thoughts about it. All right, let's go into the members' comments and questions now. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you absolutely love this daily dose of entertainment news and content, please click the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell, keep this hot dot light on, and I'll see you next time.